guys, welcome to Bukkney's lifestyle. Please, you guys, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share, leave a comment in the comment section, and turn on your notification bell. Thank you for all of you that are following, that have subscribed. Thank you so much. So today is another story day. As you all know, my magical story chair. Don't mind me. All right, today's a story that I promised to tell, and it's my infertility journey in Nigeria. Y'all know that I have PCOS, and one of the side effects of having PCOS, or one of the effects of having PCOS, is infertility. And unfortunately I suffered it. Not all PCOS sufferer, are infertile, okay? But I suffered infertility in marriage. All right, let's get to the story. As I told you guys in my previous video, I just began to live my life not bothering about the infertility part, as the doctors mentioned. So fast forward to when I got married. I wasn't in a hurry to start giving birth. All right, 6 months down the line, I just decided that okay, let's actively try, let's go and seek the medical help that we need. So for the purpose of this video, I'll be using hospital A and hospital B to describe the hospitals that I visited while in Nigeria. So I visited 2 hospitals when I was going back and forth with this infertility problem. So for the purpose of this video, hospital A was the first, hospital B was the second. So 6 months down the line, when we were ready, I decided to visit hospital A. So because we were just 6 months in marriage, the doctor told us to go, that we have to be 1 year in marriage and actively baby dancing for us to conclude, or for them to conclude that there's actually an infertility issue. So fast forward to 1 year or so, nothing happened. I wasn't pregnant. I didn't get pregnant after all the everything instructions followed. So this time around we didn't go to hospital A back, so we went to another hospital. This hospital is supposed to be a fertility hospital. I went there. Unfortunately, once we saw the doctor, and the doctor knew that, oh, this was a PCOS issue, so the HMO or whatever, I think that's what they call them, the insurance people said, cover infertility. That insurance no go cover infertility issues. That's too bad, really. But I'm not yet to talk about that. That's how we start paying out of pocket. Hey, my sister, and my brothers, it's not easy. We start paying out of pocket. So first off, they told us to redo, we should do hormonal profile test. I did the hormonal profile test, ultrasound as well, standard, and they placed me on a popular drug that helps to stimulate ovulation among the PCOS community. And this drug is a risky drug because it can do and undo. It's advised that you do not take this drug without doctor's prescription. That's how bad this drug can also, in as much as it can help you take in, it can also cause havoc in your body. So they gave me this medication. I should use it at least 5 consecutive months. That's for 5 periods. If I don't still take in, they will know what they will take further action according to the first doctor that we first met. Okay. And mind you, this hospital, I never saw the same doctor twice. Maybe that's just the point. I don't think I saw the same doctor twice. Anyways, and I went to and I went there for several visits. And the worst thing is that they always say opposite things, contrast. If not opposite, they will be contrasting. They never, all the opinions of the doctors never were in sync, and that's too bad. That's too bad. But anyways, I suffered it. I learned my lesson the hard way. I used that ovulation stimulating medication. It dealt with me. I've never felt as my body, it dealt with my body. I was not myself. It just triggered a lot of negative stuffs out of me. I was overweight. I was having painful periods. Okay, that would land me even in the hospital. That would I'll be in excruciating pain. I mean, it was so bad. But I just kept on going because I just felt, oh, the solution was in the hospital. I just needed to go. Maybe this just last push will be what will make me take in, those kind of thoughts. So I just kept on pushing through it all. Finally, we landed in one doctor's office. He said, well, since I've used the ovulation stimulating drug, I think I used it twice at that time, that maybe we should do what is called HSG. Okay, it's a procedure, okay, just to check your reproductive organs, majorly your fallopian tube, to know whether it's open. They just want to check it to make sure all my reproductive organs are okay as well, just to rule that out. So when I read up about HSG, the fear that gripped me, guys. Hey, the procedure, people were saying it's painful, it's this, it's that. I had to even take like pain, like a different kind of pain meds, both oral and through my vein. I don't know what the medical term is, intravenous way. They had to give me painkillers for that procedure. It was hell. It was so painful. I couldn't function. I couldn't even walk well after the procedure. I was in so much pain up until the next day. It was that bad. So fast forward to the point where I need to review that procedure, the results of that procedure. Oh my god, it was so terrible. So the conclusion of this my HSG is patent left fallopian tube. So that means the left fallopian tube is patent, is okay, but the right is right salpingitis ismica nodosa grammar. The child said instrumentation was seen there. 3. Multiple uterine myoma, pelvic, that's in my uterus myoma, pelvic USS is advised. All these things I've read, everything just seemed wrong with this test result. Once I went there to review this result, I now asked him that, what is the previous instrumentation that the report is saying? Say, maybe abortion. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. At this point, I had gone through so much pain. I've gone through so much procedures. I've gone through so much injections. I've gone through so much medications, so much consultations, so much visits to the hospital, so much pain. Right off, I reported it. I said I have not even gotten pregnant. That's why I'm even struggling here. I've never gotten pregnant. If I've gotten pregnant, why would I say it? The kind of look the doctor gave me, like, maybe today will be where we don't hear this story. I felt really bad. I was going to break down in front of the doctor, but I had to hold myself together. I asked him, okay, what's the way forward now? He said, all this HSG test, I don't even, he said doubting the HSG, or it was neither here nor there. In my head, I was like, should these people know what they are doing at all? Next thing, he said, I'll give you antibiotics. I will just say it. I'll give you antibiotics for 3 months. Antibiotics for we're not sure whether this is this or this is that, whether there's instrumentation or contoured or bigger than apparent. We're not sure. Just use it. Let's see what will happen. If nothing happens, then we'll have to go through laparoscopy. That's what that doctor told me. We have gotten to the stage of laparoscopy. Now, PCOS bring me here. Now, ovulation, why I know they ovulate bring me here. You have said talk about laparoscopy. At that point in my head, I told myself, God, I've suffered. I'm a lab rat. Hey, I felt like a lab rat, guys. I said I was done. I never argued with the doctor. I said I would pick up the antibiotics. Immediately I stepped out, tears ran through my face. I cried. I was sobbing to the car park. I was sobbing. I was crying. My husband unfortunately could not be at that appointment. Okay, and I want to, everything works together for good. Somehow I felt like I was alone that day because he was not there by my side. But thank God he was not there. Probably if he was there, he would have cajoled me to get those antibiotics. But thank God he was not there. So when I went home, I told him, oh, this is what happened. I'm done. I'm no more going to any hospital. I've depended so much. All my hopes, I've put in the hospital. I've even stopped looking up to God. God is the one that can heal me. I said Professor telling him that I'm going to just cut off everything. So what I did was I began a lifestyle change. Thank you so much for taking time out. As I said, please don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments in the comment section, and also turn on your notification bell, okay, so that whenever I post, you get to know. Okay, thank you guys, and see you. Bye.